Hey YouTube, welcome to Kens-Kardz. My name is Ken, and I'm going to be going over on my card collection. I'm going to try to teach you, if you want to know, on how I am making money during this pandemic. I'm a retired fella, so I do have a part-time job. I work for a professional team, security, and, well, let's just face it, they're not playing, so I'm stuck here in my basement. So I decided to get back into card collecting. I was scrolling around on YouTube and I was seeing some things. I was like, are you kidding me? So then I went on eBay and I was like, my God, card collecting has changed in the last 25 years since I started collecting way back when. And so I jumped right back into it. So I wanted to see that I wanted to start off small and see how big buying and selling and see what it could get me. So I'm gonna share with you what I've done to be successful in collecting cards. Right now, the hottest thing in card collecting is basketball. It blows out all the other sports. Zion has catapulted card collecting right into the next generation. So, and fortunate for me, because of the pandemic, people started freaking out like the stock market. Sell everything, sell everything, sell it all off. And for a small amount of money, about 40 days ago, I was able to start building a pretty good collection of Zion. He's not the only player that I collect, but he is the one I'm seeking the most. So I do collect Zion, obviously. Brandon Clark, I got a good portion of his high-end stuff because it was fairly cheap at the time. And then my big-time collection, besides Zion, happens to be Kobe White. And the reason why I got Zion and Kobe. Why not Ja, right? Why not the guy in the middle? Well, the reason being is because I'd like to compare it to like gold. I used to buy gold, again, 20, 30 years ago. I used to start collecting gold when it was $250, $300 an ounce, 1990s. And then, I sold it when it was extremely high. Okay, so if you compare that to card collecting, see, Zion, I think, will continue to climb. Okay, so how is this compared to gold and silver? All right, so I made some good money on gold. But if I would have taken every penny that I spent on gold and I bought silver instead, I would have made 4 times more than what I did selling gold. Okay, so I compare that to so I took all the players and I'm thinking to myself, who's that rookie that you can put a little bit more money into and buy his stuff while it's cheap, and hopefully it'll catapult into the whole nother level. And I chose Kobe White for that. He's a hell of a ball player, so he's my silver to Zion's gold. Okay, so and I just think for Ja, I think his stuff is just gonna plateau. I don't know. I got this feeling like if you spent $50 on his Prism today, it's probably only gonna be worth maybe $60, $70 down the road. Well, I'm picking up Kobe White's Prisms for, I picked them up as low as $6 a card, and and now they're almost selling for 30. So if you do that and if you put a percentage on that, it's a lot more percentage. What is that? 500% more. When his Prism might go up, $20, so you're talking only 10, 15%. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's. I think his stuff is just gonna kind of stay the same because he's a heck of a ball player, but I think his stuff's just gonna stay the same. So I'm trying to avoid him. The stuff that I do have of him, it was because I bought a Zion lot and he had some of his rookie cards in it. So that's the only reason why I own a few of them. I'm going to share to you some of the most common practices that I have as far as like buying and selling, things to watch out for when you're buying, and things that you really need to pay attention to. Some things have it could be costly. For instance, you have to read the entire description. You have to. You can't just look at the picture. how I got suckered in the one was when cards are sold so cheap. You know, Zion's prisms were selling for about 150, and that's a pretty good deal. You know, and you know when one gets thrown up there for 95, $100, especially during the beginning of the pandemic, that was not unusual. You know, so you kind of, but they go so quick. So what I did is I saw the picture, you know, and I just clicked on it, and I was like, oh, it's $100. You know, I saw the picture centered perfectly, and then boom, buy it now, want it, you know, and paid $6 for shipping. And when I got the card in the mail, I noticed what came in a white envelope. Now, obviously, this is the white envelope, but I just want to demonstrate. Not only this is what I paid $6 for. Now, I cannot stand. Okay, I paid $100 for the card. You would think that it would at least deserve, you know, a penny sleeve, top loader, and proper packaging. You know, so, but this is what I get in the mail. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, well, you know, maybe it was one of the cheaper cards that I bought, $5-6. You know, open it up, and boom. Of course, it's my Zion, right? And this is what it looked like when I pull it out. Why am I demonstrating it this way? Because this card's basically useless to me. I mean, it's still centered nicely, you know, and it looks great on the outside. And surprisingly, with it being halfway out of the package like that, it didn't get, the surface didn't get scratched, or the corners, the card didn't get bent. But I mean, it did have a crease down through the middle here. And I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe because it was halfway out of the dang top loader. Oh, by the way, there's no penny sleeve. This is exactly the same top loader it came in, and the way it looks. So I go back on the description because it has a big crease right through the middle here, and lo and behold, it was in his description saying there is a crease, a small crease in the back of the card. Okay, first of all, the crease goes from here to here. Nonetheless, my fault. I should have read the whole description. Some things are, you know, it's true. You know, it's too good to be true. You know, it probably is. You know, this one right here, again, has a scratch right down the middle of it in the back. You know, I couldn't turn around and sell this thing for $5. You know, and again, my fault. And then this one right here, kind of wasn't either one of our faults. Well, it could have been his. Sometimes you just get cards and you get them and you don't want it no more. You don't even take it out of the package and the top loader, and you just send it right back out to somebody else who bought it. But up here in the corner, right by his arm, there's a manufacturer defect in there. It's a big dimple, not a inverted one, but you can feel it when you, yeah. So anyway, I don't want to say it's garbage, you know. Even Mike Trout's card, you know, if he had a autograph rookie card that had a dimple in it, you know, gold refractor, would probably still sell for what, $30,000 today. So it's not a complete loss, you know, but if I was ever to sell these things again, clearly I would mark that it was damaged. That's what I do with all my cards, because I do inspect all my cards. Speaking of which, this is what I got in the mail today. So I am going to go over what I got in the mail today. That'll be for today's feature for this video. And then in the future, I will go over like what I've been able to purchase to build up to where I started out. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was a couple $1,000s, but I was able to get some amount of rookies, wait for a little bit, or if I got them just that darn cheap and they were selling for a lot more, then I just instantly flipped them. Got it, put it back up for sale for what they're really worth, and boom, sold it. And I've done extremely well in the last 40 days. So extreme that I was able to take the profits from all this flipping and pick up one of his best rookie cards that you can own, which happens to be his Prism Silver PSA 10. And I want to say I paid right around $2,700 for it, but that was just clearly off of buying and selling. Had nothing to do with coming out of my pocket. So, but I'll go over some of the things that I got today. I'll go over what I have in and then in the future, I will go over my subscription that I submitted to Beckett, and I submitted this. I think they received it on the 6th of May. So there ain't, and I did the 30-day, which is, there is no guarantee on that anymore, but they still charge you those kind of prices. But I sent in 15 cards, and when I get those back, I will do a video on my first subscription to Beckett. I have been working on a new batch for grading. I did send 15 in the first time, but I think I'm going to do them in increments of 10 on this next one. Here's one of my Kobe White cards that I picked up when the pandemic first started. I paid about $25 for this card. I don't know if you, there's such a glare. There you go. Which I'll be getting ready to sell this on eBay. I'm assuming that I'll fetch a couple $100 for it. You know, it's his draft prism, number to 299, PSA 10. Not saying I'll get 200 for it, but I guarantee I'll get a lot more than what I paid for it. Sorry, I'm not going to blur out the logo of that cup right there. So if you've seen it, just look away. I'm not paying royalties. Actually, they should pay me for advertising. But anyway, let's go over my first card that I got in the mail today. That's a lot, and it's Zion. Okay, so we'll go over this lot right here. There it is. That's his pink prism. His My House base. It's not the silver. Arrival Now. His Crusades pink pulsar. And another Dunruss. Hopefully it doesn't have a big mark down the back of it. But I got all these in today. At least he put them all on top loaders and penny sleeves. That's a good thing. How much did this lot cost me? Well, it wasn't much. It was about 30 bucks. $30. I got this for 30 bucks. All right. So I'm assuming that I'm going to be able to turn around, and I guarantee you that this one right here will probably fetch me 20. Even though it's not a silver, because the silvers, I just sold one yesterday for 120. I bought that silver for $39 about 2 weeks ago, and then turned around and sold it for 120. Amazing. But I bought this lot right here because there's a couple cards in here that are starting to go up. You know, these are right around 30 themselves. So between these two cards right here, I'll get all my money back plus a few extra bucks for this entire lot, and then this is all profit. Which, by the way, I'm getting ready to post these 4 prisms. Well, there might be. I bought more, but I'm getting ready to post that lot. I won't buy, if right now they're going up. They're right around, I think they're getting ready to sell for over a couple $100, but they're not quite there yet. Some of them are. It's just a matter of when it's posted. So, let's see what we got here. This one's packaged pretty well. Might be, yep, it's my, okay, so my top 3 for football right now that I'm collecting. And you know, when the rookies first get drafted and they start producing products, there's nothing really, you know, I mean, the contenders don't exist. You know, it's like everybody always goes for the hot new item, you know. So this is the draft picks for football, and this is Tua, and it's numbered to 299, and I only get the ones that are numbered. All the other ones, the silvers, I'm really surprised that, you know, the draft picks doesn't, like, what's the difference between a draft pick and a prism? Like this prism versus the draft pick prism for basketball or any sport. Surprisingly, it's huge. Okay, it's just all about desirability. You know, why? So if I get this and then I get one of his other ones it's a silver with his white uniform, it only sells for 45 bucks, and it's a silver. This guy in a silver, ungraded, sells for $800 to $1,000. They're both rookie cards, but one's a silver. But this one's obviously the more desirable card to own. by the way, I paid $22 for this card. I'm collecting Jordan Love, Tua, and Joe, and I only buy the stuff that's numbered. I don't buy his silvers and all the other stuff because, let's just face it, once they start producing all the other products, it will no longer be a desirable card. So if you take that into consideration, you're gonna spend $50 on a card that's only gonna be worth 20 as soon as they start putting out other products. So, all right. So this is okay. Sometimes they wrap it up pretty good here. Some of these cards I've been waiting on for a very long time. I think I bought that Tua. It's been over 2 weeks. So, Kobe White Hollow. I paid $9 for this card. Now they're only selling for, I could probably get about 30. Actually, that's what I'm posting it for. But that's what I'm talking about. You know, $9. I paid probably 15 with everything, shipping and tax. Oh yeah, well, eBay finally got their taxes. Well, I don't think eBay wanted to charge it. The IRS was, you know, they make billions of dollars, you know, in sales through eBay, and you know, they finally got us. I actually argued with a guy. I was like, oh, hold on there, guy. You know, first of all, I'm not from Pennsylvania, so I am not paying your tax. You know, he's like, no, man, eBay's charging taxes now. It's for your state. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. So I finally called them up, and they're like, yeah, you and like 5 other states popped out. Oddly enough, not every single state started charging taxes in the new year, because everything started January 1st. Michigan was, but Pennsylvania was not at that time. So, and like that card that I picked up, that Zion Prism Silver, I'm excited. It's not here yet. I just bought it the other day. So with the snail mail, and it is bad. It is really bad. Hopefully it'll be here soon. So if you spend that much money on cards too, make sure you insure it. Nothing like fighting that one, you know. It's just not worth it. You know. Well, what do we got here? Got more team packs. It's a team pack and a team pack. Alright, so this was another good lot. Alright, so got the Kobe Prism. I have one instant impact non-silver, the silver, the green silver, and just as emergent. Now, like I said, this card right here on its own sells, they're starting to go over 20 bucks. I saw a lot. It was 53 of these, and it ended 2 days ago. And if you do the math on it, it came up to like over $30 a card. That's unreal. I don't know how, it must have been a bidding war or something like that, but this ended up, they don't sell that high, but, so that guy really wanted those 53 cards. I was like, man, the minute I hit 50 of these bad boys, man, I might have to post that thing up for a couple thousand and see what I get out there for hits. But nonetheless, this right here will pay for everything. I only paid $22 for this entire lot. 22. This right here sells for 20. All this is profit. I bargain shop. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I'll sit there for hours, and right off the bat, I don't know who this guy is. But he threw it in there. What a nice guy, huh? It's a rated rookie. But it's not what I see. The card that I paid for is on the back. So we'll see what's going on here. Alright. I guess out of the kindness of this guy's heart. So, bam, check it out. Can you see it? His Mojo refractor. Now, this is what I'm talking about for like Zion. So if you got a Mojo refractor of Zion and his silver of this, it's only numbered to 49. Even if it's his white uniform, his silver still way outperforms his Mojo. And these are numbered. There's only 49 of these. I want to say I paid, but this is for my personal collection. I'm not saying that I won't sell it, but it'll go in my personal collection for a while. And then when he really makes a name for himself, you know, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, hopefully, this will probably come back out and be sold. I'll have to look at it to make sure that it's okay. Now, I have sent cards back. I do send cards back. Ain't no lying about that. I will inspect them and send them back if they don't meet. You know, I want what I pay for. It makes me a little nervous. What's in here? Oh, and then I got these for free, so I don't know if they're worth anything. I'll have to check them out. But got them for free. Ain't gonna complain. What is this? This is what I'm talking about. This is how you ship a card. You ship it so well you can't even find the dang thing. Oh, yep. This is a good one. Another one of them for my personal collections. Now, these ain't the kind of cards that you just run out and buy when you first start your collection. You just don't. But when you start building up, buying and selling all this stuff, you know, it puts enough money in your pocket to where you can go out and buy these. Now it's his blue jersey. I do have his white one. It's graded. I'll show that one to you later. It's numbered 99. Only 99 of these bad boys in the world. This one cost me over a couple $100, but this is personal collection. And I think I was gonna wait to show, but if I can find it quickly, I'll show you real quick, just so you know I'm not full of crap. So, I have an entire collection. I have bought and sold enough, and I have another box upstairs that's completely sealed off and hidden. But this right here, all graded cards, all using profits from buying and selling. Stay tuned. This is Kens-Kardz. Until next time, YouTube, subscribe from the bottom if you like your video, and I'll talk to you next time. Kens-Kardz out.